Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I am back home in South Florida and sick as a dog. So I am powering through this video. Tomorrow I'm going to go get myself a COVID test, so we'll see if it's just, I'll let you guys know if it's just the flu, you know, being away and the games, and it was blazing hot outside, then the AC was freezing cold inside. Anytime there's that temperature shift, I get sick, but my daughter is sick and so is my mother, so we'll see. I know. Purpose of this video is for Spellbinders. They're having their 20th birthday celebration. Yay! And a lot of these products are already in stock. So I was sent a few things to play with, and of course I had fun playing. There is a balloon set that I was not sent, but is definitely added to my cart. I'll show you a picture of it here, because it's a cutie. And if you want to see how cute it is, watch Yana Smokula's video that she just released. I think it came out yesterday or the day before. OMG. Hello. Let me show you what I have made with the dies I was sent. Let's get started. All right, crafters, so I was sent 3 super adorable birthday themed dies, okay? And they come in these little packs. Well, I don't get the pretty packaging, but guess what? At the end of the day, you guys know that I like to cut a piece of 110-pound cardstock, put a piece of magnet on it, and stick it down and then put the name anyway. So this is the balloon, what would I call this? Balloon puppy? I have the name right here. Balloon animal. Super duper, duper duper cute. Especially if you're doing a lot of cards for kids and stuff. This one is a bow. Makes a 3D bow, and I have some examples of that. And lastly, this one is a cake, which has cake stand. Here is cake layering pieces. So you can do it fringe, these little dots, stitch. If you don't want to stitch, you could put diamond dots there or some of the Spellbinders gems. Why not? Here's the candles. All right, so I'm going to show you my examples. One, balloon animal, combination with the bow and the cake, because you can't do the bow by itself. Know what I mean? All righty, let me show you what I made. Let me start off first with the bow. And isn't the bow cute? So cute. Comes together easily. Let me give you a measurement on the bow. Right there. She measures, and I will put a link for everything below, both at Spellbinders and at scrapbook.com, wherever you want to shop. Right now, in celebration of Spellbinders 20th year, they have, if you spend $100, you can get $20 off. I'll put the information here on the screen. I know I saw it, but I wasn't sure if it had a code. Yeah, I know. Usually I'm so on point, but oh, you just don't know. I'm so not looking forward to this COVID test tomorrow because I just don't want to be positive, but it is what it is. So anyway, moving on. The bow, roughly 1 3/4 of an inch wide. That's from the ends there. And then the bow itself, let's say right there at 1 inch, and this little piece. And all of these I did use, yes, I'm going to say it, Distress Collage Medium. I don't use a hot glue gun. And for me, this is a small bow, so I couldn't even control. I've been trying to control my hot glue gun. I have like 6 of them, and all of them are just not good. Either they leave strings or they blob too much glue. I buy the high-end one. I buy the low-end one. Then I saw a video where the Dollar Tree one catches on fire. I'm like, okay, forget the hot glue gun. So I use the Distress Collage Medium to do the bows. I just have to hold it there for a second or use a reverse tweezer to hold it. But one thing I will suggest if you are going to work with bows like this, if you want them to look nice and, you know, curl nice, look at this cardstock. You want to go with something like this, thin. They give you the nice curl. I even have this one, nice double-sided too. I believe this is Michael's, but look for a thinner cardstock. So let me show you my first example. Here we are with the party animal balloon on a nice, between a slimline and a mini slimline card. What I did here actually, The base of this card is a stitching die, and I did no stitching. As you can see, I'm using it as a background, and the die is called, do I have it on me? Of course not. Let me go get the die. I use this die, the stitched medallion, and this die, which is so cute. It's a 2-piece die. So here I use it as a drop-in. All you do is just take off, it comes 2 pieces, the outline here to cut the image out by itself, or you would just ignore the purple tape, just center it onto the paper and then cut it like I did here. Behind it, I did put some glitter cardstock. You see it? Ooh, love. So it's like party in the back, but not so bright. And then on the top, party animal in 2 shades of pink. I did dark pink and then a kind of a light pink. Popped up the pieces that are coming more forward to you. One thing I will suggest if you do get this die, because I was making the mistake a few times. When you get to the piece, it's pretty self-explanatory, you know. This is for the tail and the leg. And when you get to this ear right here and the face, these are 2 pieces that you can layer up, right? What I did, I put on the face first and then the ears on top, or the ears behind and then the face on top. But you have to make a decision in this. This is the only piece that overlaps, that little corner. And but if you are going to pop it up, you may want to decide, do you want to pop up the face? I kind of like it recessed because the ear would actually be more, you know, away from the face, peeking out the side, if you know what I mean. So some of them I did, see how I did the face on top? But I kind of like the face recessed and then that ear on top. And I have extras in all sorts of foil. And there is the bow, finishing it off. Look at the bow. Love it. Here, I use some gold gems. And this birthday, that is a hot foil set from Spellbinders as well. And it's a sweet one. Sentiment banner. Love. Came together hot foiled easy on the back here and also the birthday. Super duper cute. So this is just a as clean as I can get card. I like it. I think, you know, it highlights, you know, of course the balloon animal, but then it has a certain, I don't know, elegance to it in a weird way, right? I think it's the colors that I used. I don't know, the gold and all that. So loving this card. So that's card number 1. Whole thing on 110-pound cardstock. But I think this stitch medallion did make the card. Of course, you can do stitching if you want. I do have one stitched. I just haven't put it together in a project yet. I did stitch this. It wasn't so bad stitching. We'll talk about the stitching. That'll be on another video. I'll talk more about stitching because I found something with the metallic thread that was very interesting. Card number 2. Balloon animal again. But this one now features, I had made a bunch. This one is flat. These are all, the rest of them are all layered, but they're layered not like this one where it's popped up. This one is popped up with 3D foam. These are just glued onto each other. And as a matter of fact, when it comes to foil, I don't use wet glue. This is all Sizzix adhesive sheets because when you use wet glue, it'll show itself through the foil. You'll see the streaks. So this is all Sizzix adhesive sheets. So I have like a bunch of cards left. I can put 2, I can put 1. So this is a bunch of birthday cards for the future. And here, this is the one I made. Look at this embossing folder. Hello. Love the movement on it. And all that you see in the background, that's me having fun with a ton of gold mica splatter. I was splattering like just going for it. Because it's a celebration card, it's over the top splatter, and I am happy with it. Let me show you the embossing folders that have now come into my life. From again, Spellbinders. This one was out of stock, came back in stock, and I got it. It's the Faux stitched embossing folder. So this is their embossing folder of the month. So you can only purchase this at spellbinders.com. It's not going to be available anywhere else. I will put the link for it. And it's from their May 22 collection. I do buy from their monthly kits. Not everything. And I don't do it consistently. So I saw this and I was like, And then I saw a few examples and then I was like, why didn't I get that embossing folder? So by the time I wanted to get it, it was out of stock. And now I believe it's still in stock. Like I said, I will put the link below. If it's out of stock, just ask to be notified. But hello, just like the other embossing folders I've been using from them, I've just been so impressed by these oversized embossing folders because they give you slimline, which is what you see here. You know, full 8.5 inch. It can give you 5.5 inch wide. You can do 2 A2 cards out of this at the same time, 2 covers. You can roll this and score it in half and actually make it where you have the embossing front and back on an A2 card. It's just bang for your buck with these embossing folders, with this oversized one. Most embossing folders will be like this, and if you wanted to go this, you'd have a little line here because you have to run it twice in the machine. Here, clean, one run. Love. So this one is Faux Stitch, and another one that was out of stock came back in, Radiant Burst. Oh. So I believe I got this one first. That's why I used it, and I got this one after, so I wasn't able to use this one yet. Yeah, all popped up in the back. So I would put the tape here, and here, all of these are on 110-pound cardstock in the back. See how nice? And I purposely, this is not, see how thin that one is? But once you back it, they become substantial. And I was playing with all sorts of foil, and most of my foil I used was Tonic Studios, where it's, some are shiny, but most were kind of this kind of a matte foil. And then I ended up with this combination of the pinks to purples. In here, if you're wondering, this is their Spellbinders gems. I believe this one, I'll put the name here. I don't have it on me. I'll find it and I'll put the name here on the screen and link it below. Super pretty. Look at that gem. In real life, I think because it's next to the purple, it's picking up the purples. It's giving all kinds of color goodness. And I love the splatter in the background. Yeah. I was having fun with this card. And the happy birthday from all of us. This is heat embossed. This is a stamp set that I got from scrapbook.com. Many birthdays. There is your die. So it's the stamp and the die. Here it is, the happy birthday. That's it right there. And then the from all of us right there. Look at this. I mean, super duper cute. And look at the font. So these are high quality stamps. But I love the happy belated. That's usually me. I'm late on the birthdays. Yeah. So I'm glad that I have one of these. And the celebrate, hooray, happy birthday. I mean, there's just options here. Even for that special friend. You know, you have a friend that you can say another year older, and then their other friends like, what are you talking about? I'm still 21. So, you know, you can send this to some people and then others you wouldn't. But I love this happy birthday font. Look at that. And this was with some gold embossing powder. And the gold I used was not standard gold embossing powder. This is I think it's like a yellow gold embossing powder. Yes, I told you guys, I get like that. I'll have the antique gold, regular gold, and then this yellow gold. That's what that is. Because it matches back my splatter. And then on this one, unlike this one, I use my white Jelly Roll pen to add some accents onto the foil. So your Jelly Roll pen can write on top of here. Of course, don't take your fingernail and scratch it. Just leave it alone. Just let it be. I could have put it here, but I kind of liked this one clean and this one with the, you know, the dots and the little highlights. Super duper cute. So this one has a bow, but both of them have gems and a lot of splatter. And this little sentiment strip, I'm still using. You would think I would use all of these stamps, but I'm keep on using this set here from the I'm Here For You sentiments. I keep using these strips over and over and over again. I love them. I got to start using these stamps too because they're nice stamps. That's my 2 balloon animal cards. Loads and loads and loads of fun. Embossing folder on. But the pièce de résistance. My birthday cake card. Loving this one. This one now is an embossing folder. Sun rays, not new. Look at the embossing folder. You see how the dots go in? Because when I flipped it over, which is the deboss, sometimes depending on how busy your card is, you don't have to use the emboss side, which is the raised side. I use the deboss side to quiet it, but still give movement. So, I use the deboss, and here is the cake. Look at that. So this one is called Sun Rays. This now is a standard embossing folder. So to extend it, you see right here, this is covering what is the end of the embossing folder. This is the piece right here, which is a stitched piece, which we'll talk about this one too, because this one is a good one. She is talk about adding wow to your cards. You can do the cake a few ways. You could do it like this, stitch, plain. Of course, me, I like the glitterati, so I like the fringe. I had cut it a couple of ways, you know, I'd cut a bunch, and you could, you know, fringe it out if you want. All of these is really meant for stitching. Do you have to stitch it? No. And you could use a white gel roll pen and go on there, or just just leave it like it. There. It just looks like, I mean, it can work just like that. If you're in a pinch and you don't have time and you're like, Suzanne, that stitching is great, but I'm not going to do it, then don't stitch it. You could also use tiny gems if you wanted to cover up each one or every other one. And that's where your diamond dots come into play, because you get a lot of diamond dots for no money. The candle. Here's the candle. I used iridescent cardstock. You see that? Love, 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 love. Use it here, and it is a 2-layer. So it has the candle with the wick, and then you put the top piece on here in a different color. So let me come up close to you guys to show you the goodness. And you just don't know how hard it was for me to pop this up to cut a piece of foam that thin. Oh yes, it was giving me like, I don't know, foam anxiety. And I tied it in with yet another bow. So I could have done silver, but I like this whole champagne. This is that metallic DMC thread that I got from Spellbinders. Silver champagne color. I just love it. And somehow I found some glitter cardstock that was soft enough to work, and that went right on top of it. Of course, this is glued down here, here, and here, not lifting up. Distress collage medium. Here is the cake stand. Did that in silver. Did the birthday wishes. That now comes from a glimmer set. I had to step away because I had to look at which hot foil did I use for this birthday wishes right here. And this is on, it looks like Aura hot foil. And the birthday wishes comes from this set. Everyday Sentiments 2 birthday wishes. Now, as you can see, this was just way too thick. Yeah, it was way too thick to cut it out. I thought I had used this one, Happy Birthday, but then I saw it was birthday wishes. Here's a new one too that I just got. Love. Birthday Unboxing Glimmer. This is new, so I didn't have a chance to get to use this one yet, but look at the font. Look at that. Love. And this one, Celebrate You Glimmer Sentiments. All fabulous. And I believe this one also comes in stamps. If you don't have a hot foil or you don't like hot foiling, you can definitely stamp or stamp and heat emboss. I believe, yep, this is the one I used. I showed you guys this in a previous video. Sentiment labels. Love it. And all I did was just use one of the squares here. And then I split it right there. So yes, it's not even, but it's not bothering me. I did use some crystal gems here. Spellbinders crystal gems. Just to anchor it. I left up here open. Didn't want to add any more sprinkles. And I put the sprinkles here. Now let's talk about this little bit right here. She is like a layering bit. Oh, she's a good one. And can I tell you, when I was away, I took one die cut machine. Last time I went away, I took my Gemini Junior. Never again. The plate cracked. The Junior was just irritating me because the sandwich has so many layers, and it's like, it just, oh, I don't know. I know people love their Gemini Junior, but I have it and I just don't love it. I don't like sandwiches that flop or emboss on my paper, but I have a new love and respect for my Spellbinders Platinum 6, let me tell you. We spent the whole time out of town together. Now, normally I use my Big Shot, but we were having a good time with the Spellbinders Platinum 6. And she cuts these layering dies with all these little dots punched out in one run. Yes, 2 runs if you are, if you use your machine a lot. All these machines, they loosen up the more you keep using them. This is the die to create this. It's a 3-layer die, stitched kaleidoscope strip. Now, if you're like, Suzanne, what is this storage envelope that you're using? This one is from Ellen Hudson. Let me tell you, expensive, good, but that's how much I love this die that I took it out and put it in this storage envelope. Plus, she's very tall. This one here, you get the 3 layers, and you can do stitching, or you don't have to, but I really like the stitching. Base layer, this is where you would stitch. That's the middle layer. So the base layer is in the dark pink. Middle layer is in sort of that color of salmon pink, and then on top here, that's the light one in sort of a again salmony pink. I was keeping that colorway. Super cute. And this is the same thread that I used here to glue the gems on here. Distress collage medium, because it's gluing it on fabric. If you just stick it on, it's not going to stay. You have to use something that can hold onto fabric, because this is fabric after all. But I think I like how I, you know, did the bottom here, because when I had it plain, it's not bad, but it just goes together. And I love this die for that. And it's a full slimline size, so I believe it is 8.5, which 8.5 inch. Why this is good at 8.5? Because if you split it in half, that becomes 4.25, which is perfect for A2 cards. So you could do top and bottom of this, and it fits your A2 card without having to stitch it 3-4 times. But I wanted to show you an example that I have that I cannot find. Have it in a snap bag. Let me show you now. Here's the other half. So I stitched 3 pieces in this sort of a platinum color, and then I did that sort of a silver color, and I used the clear part of the crystal gems. Let me show you what I mean. See the crystal mixed gems? It comes 2 ways. That, which is this kind of a opal opaque, and then this, which is like a, so it's like a bang for your buck little set here. This little gem set. Love. Sells out quickly too. So if you do get it, you know, pick up for like 1 or 2 packs, and all those different sizes. I used the middle size for it. So I had the whole strip, use my trimmer, boom, cut it in half, and everything layers up nicely. I have one end here, see? So you could do like that if you wanted. If you want to go all the way out, why not? Then I decided I wanted to do something for Father's Day. This was the one that would gave me gray hairs. Stitching with white thread. Oh, the white metallic thread. No fun, no fun, no fun. And I'll talk about that in another video. So I have this ready to go. There was one extra piece, but I had done it in a different color, so I just nipped it off. I'm going to use this for a mini slimline. But come on, isn't this cute? Isn't this adorable? Love this die. Fabulous. Stitched kaleidoscope strip, especially if you like the stitching or you want to have that look of the layering. Oh, it's a good one, because you can keep it without the stitching and still put something here in the middle in the center like how I did, and it's good. It's good. Okay, crafters, I'm coming back into the video. I just finished and I realized, wait a second, I didn't give anybody any measurements. Yes, that's sick. I gave it to you for the bow, but let me give it to you for the party animal. 2 3/4 inch wide by 2.5 inch tall for the cake. These are 3/4 inch tall, each of the layers, and you can do as many as you want or as little as you want. And 2 and almost 3/4 inch, or 2 5/8 inch wide. Right there, right under 2 3/4. The cake stand, 3/4 inch wide by 1 1/4. So from here to here, 3.5 inch with all 4 layers, and I did layer these up and pop them up. I did a kind of a staggered tier thing. Once you put the candle will add height, 1 1/4 inch height onto whatever you're doing, but it does fit perfectly still, because this, without this here, this is a A2 size, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4 inch wide. Okay, so all of these do work. All 3 dies do work perfectly. A2, mini slimline, standard slimline, in between slimline. Alrighty, back to the video, moving on. Alrighty, crafters, so I just wanted to show you my cards for Spellbinders' birthday with the goodies they sent me. Party balloon animal, awesome bow, Super cute bow. Not too big, not too small, just right. Notice it? Yeah, I was like, oh, this is a nice bow. I like how it's the just right. Could put it on that. See, not too big, not too small. And the cake, the layering cake. And you got to check out all their embossing folders. They even have some new ones. I'll put a link for the embossing folders because all these oversized embossing folders are hello, hello, hello. And if you have a Spellbinders Platinum 6, there is a new cutting plate system for it. The universal cutting plate. Yes, I did order it. I will be playing with it because me and my Platinum 6, we are now like good friends. I was only using it for glimmer, really, but now we've been having a good time on vacation while I was getting sick. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video, check out all the goodies from Spellbinders for their 20th birthday and go to spellbinders.com. You can get $20 off 100. Why not? Get some goodies. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye!